It's finally time to expose everything that has happened at my high school with the people and the drama. We have a good bit to talk about. I have officially graduated high school, so now I can finally talk about everything that has happened. The first incident we're going to talk about is why we are no longer allowed to have our phones on us at school and why we have to put them in the door pockets. So basically, this kid filmed a you-know-what tape in the family bathroom of our school. I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to give you a little bit of background on these people. I'm pretty sure at this time the kid was a sophomore. He was also a major flirt and would flirt with me even though he knew I had a boyfriend. He also didn't just film a tape with one girl, he did it with one other too, and he might have done with more, I just know about that one girl. Well, those two girls. There were 3 people in the bathroom though, the guy doing it, the girl, and then the person filming. And keep in mind, we are a private Catholic school. I don't know if he leaked them, but the girls' pics also got leaked everywhere all over the school and in group chats. This is when stuff started going really downhill for them. Apparently her dad was trying to sue the boy for exposing her and doing that to her and filming it. This was so messy, the entire school literally knew about it. So here's what ended up happening. The girl didn't come back to the school for the rest of the school year, and then she also switched schools. The boy who did it was suspended for the rest of the school year as well. And then when he did come back, he was no longer allowed to have his phone either at the school or on school grounds. I'm not sure which. I'm pretty sure he did go back to my high school though the following year. I'm not too sure though. And then he ended up switching schools just like the girl did, so yeah. But anyways, guys, that's just one story of very many I can share from my school, but make sure you follow if you want more. Bye, guys!
I'm gonna tell you about this girl that was crazy obsessed with my boyfriend, okay? So, I get with my boyfriend, and then, 2 days later, I get a hey girl text. And I, read it, and I'm like, oh, this is weird. She's like, are you dating so-and-so? And I'm like, yeah, I am. She's like, oh, he just stopped talking to me. I wonder why. So this girl, she seems nice enough, so I asked my boyfriend about it, and then he kind of explains it, and this part isn't that big of a deal, so I'm being very brief, but he explains that he was talking to both of us at the same time, but ended up choosing me, and then immediately blocked that girl. Good job. So I didn't really talk to her after that, but a few weeks go by and she adds me on Snapchat, and I thought it was kind of odd, so I added her back, and then she starts snapping me. And I'm a little petty, so I only start snapping her back when I'm with my boyfriend, but then she just starts asking me weird questions. She's like, what do you guys do when you're together? Why would I tell you that? That's weird. And literally once a week this girl is asking me about the status of my relationship. That's really weird. I get it, she has a little crush on my boyfriend because he's amazing and beautiful. So eventually I end up blocking her because I'm this girl is so weird and so obsessed with me and my boyfriend, and I really don't think anything of it. Literally I want to say 6 or 7 months go by and I totally forgot about this freaking girl, so I really forget about her. And then one day I'm looking at my boyfriend's TikTok profile because I like to see what he reposts and stuff like that, and I noticed that his follower count goes up by 1, so I click on it, and it's this weird account with a weird username. It has no profile picture, so I click on it, and imagine my surprise when it's this freaking girl who made a new account just to post thirst traps and follow my boyfriend. Literally all of the videos on it were thirst traps that had just been posted in the past 2 days to 24 hours, and I am what? And the only person that she's following is my boyfriend. Obviously he didn't follow her back, and when I told him about it, he was like, oh my god, I didn't even notice. That is actually so weird. So then I go to find her main account, but then I realized she blocked me on TikTok, so then I switch over to a random burner account, and I look her up, and then I see she right now, or no, she back then had a whole boyfriend while she was making thirst traps specifically for my boyfriend. So I take my petty ass right to this girlfriend's boyfriend's account, and I take screenshots of everything, and then I explain the whole thing to him about how she was obsessed with my boyfriend, would not stop asking about us literally once a week, and I did not know how he was gonna react. And then he tells me, he's like, I'm sorry, she's a child. That's so funny. And he was apologizing. He was like, I'm sorry that she's so obsessed with you guys. And that's crazy. Why does your boyfriend have to apologize on your behalf? You seriously have a whole freaking boyfriend and you still want mine? I need to find the screenshots of me and that guy's conversation, and I will literally look for them and post them. Also, not to mention, this girl doesn't even live near us, okay? And she lives in the same state, but like 3 freaking hours away. Like, seriously, what are you doing? So I could finally speak my truth after, because it's been a few years since this happened, so.
I'm back to tell you more crazy things that happened with my mom, but this time we're adding a new crazy side character, my sister. One story that comes to my mind is that my mom made my sister dinner, and she made it with like white rice instead of brown rice, and my sister got so mad by that she literally threw the plate at my mom's head. My mom literally did everything for her, like she let her think that she could get away with it. My mom just bent literally to my sister's like every dying need, and she just did everything for her. And so like my sister started to like snap when she was like 15. I don't know like why she went insane, but she started to get like all these crazy anger issues, and the cops would be at her house at least like 2 times a month, and it was so fun. My sister was just really a violent person and really like angry, and she had issues, okay? I mean, like we all had issues living there, okay? So she wasn't the only one, obviously, but she just took it out in mean ways. And I would try to defend myself, and my mom would tell me to defend myself, but then I would defend myself, and I would literally get screamed at for no reason, be like, why'd you defend yourself? Why'd you defend yourself? But then when I would talk to her about it separately, she would tell me to defend myself, but when I would defend myself, I would get grounded. Nothing happened to my sister, literally nothing. She could beat up my mom, she could break doors, she could do whatever, and my mom didn't care. Now that we're going into the whole breaking doors thing, my sister would literally break doors and break into rooms. I taught her how to break into rooms. I literally don't know why I did that. She would break into rooms, and my mom proceeded to get herself a new lock on her door and just like leave me out, and that was basically it. Like my sister could still break into my room. She couldn't get into my mom's though, just mine. My mom got a door with a key, but like my door, you could put like a little thing like this in, or a Q-tip, and you could just like push the lock through and it would just like open. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not perfect either. Like I pushed my sister down the stairs one time, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. But I'm just saying, I'm not perfect. My mom always told me that I was just the guinea pig child, and it didn't really matter how she parented me because she could just fix it with my sister, which she obviously didn't fix it with my sister, because do you see how she looks now? Do you see what she's into? Do you see what she does? Like, she didn't fix it, okay? So I don't really know what that's saying, because look at me, I'm chilling in my studio. Never sat right with me being called the guinea pig child, because she literally just kept saying she just didn't care how she parented me because it was just like a test run. Like, what the fuck do you mean, lady? Sometimes my mom would text me and be like, are you home? And I would have been home for like 4 days. Like, I would literally be home. You could openly see my car in the garage, but she would still text me and be like, are you home? Where have you been? When I've been home the whole time. She just never really cared about what I was up to until it was like a reason for her to get mad and be like, what are you doing? Like, you know, like when she could get mad, then she all of a sudden like gave a fuck about where the fuck I was. But before that, she did not care at all. She became a little bit better for a little bit when I was like 15, when she saw I wanted to like myself, you know. Then she became a little bit nicer, but that lasted like 3 months. My mom would also tell me that she was trying to get my sister taken out of the house and put into a group home, and that she just didn't care at all, and that she was so over. Then she would just be laughing at me with my sister like the next week, and it didn't make any sense to me, because like I just didn't understand, like, how can you say that you just don't want someone in this house and all that, and then just like shit talk me the next week? That's just what she does as a parent, I guess, but still, like, fuck. I don't know what type of parenting method she's using or where the fuck she got it from, but wherever she did, ooh. I know parents leave their kids home alone all the time, but sometimes she would literally just go to North Carolina in the middle of the week for like a whole week, and I had school and everything. My sister had school, and it wasn't, you know, like, she just did. It never made sense to me. Like, she literally would just like book a flight and be like, bye. Like, first of all, where the fuck was my invite? Lost in the mail? She just like literally wanted to escape us so bad. Like, fuck. My mom got my sister this German Shepherd, like literally like a purebred German Shepherd. Like, she got her this dog, and this dog like literally ended up being the most vicious dog. Like, it would attack me, it would attack my friends, literally attack the fuck out of my friend, and like cut her leg, broke her pants, everything, and she was bleeding, everything. My mom like gave no fucks, and she would blame everybody but the dog, and she said that I could only leave my rooms at certain times after we got the dog, so I could never like really leave my room at certain times because the dog would be out, and I just knew that I couldn't go out by the dog. But the dog literally gave no fucks about everybody else. Like, everybody else could be out there, but it was just like me and my friends, like we could never be out of the like my room, and it was like I also would have to text before I would leave my room too and be like, can I come out of my room or what? And she could be like, no, you can't, the dog's out, and I would literally have to stay locked in my room. It was the nicest puppy ever, I swear. I don't know where the fuck they went wrong or what, but he literally went crazy, and we had to send him away for training for a few months, and then he came back and he was still attacking the fuck out of everybody except like them, so it's whatever. I was the one who got banished to my room, so it's fine. I wonder if the dog is still attacking everybody. She made me get rid of my cat, and then it attacked my other cat, and so we had to get rid of my other cat too. And it was just like a whole thing, and then he attacked my cat too. Like, okay, I had 3 cats, but he like attacked my baby cat, and he literally had to get stitches on his paw, and it was like the most horrifying thing for me ever as a cat mom, and I just hated the dog ever since then. Well, I mean, I hated him before that, but that drew the line. I wonder if they're still being crazy together. Like, I literally wonder, like, should I drive past their house and like just be like, what are y'all up to? Or no, that's actually stalkers. Like, my mom would actually probably put me in jail. My family's kind of cuckoo, but I'm free from them now, and I'm living my best life in my little studio apartment with my cat. I actually don't know where he is, but I'm living my best life now, so it doesn't even matter.
So the guy that I'm talking to is blocked. He doesn't use TikTok that much, so honestly, I think I'm safe either way. But he was like, what do you talk about on there? And I was like, oh, just like my life and stuff. And he was like, oh, you should talk about me. So here we are. Y'all are gonna get the scoop finally, because I've been wanting to talk about it for a minute, and he said I could. So anyways, the guy that I'm gonna give you all a little bit of backstory. The guy that I'm talking to now, he reached out to me first over the summer. At the time, I didn't really want to get into a talking stage because I had just gotten out of like a really, really bad talking stage, and it was just like ended really horribly and weird and boys. And so I just kind of like like brushed him off a little bit. Like, I always thought he was like cute, but like I was like, he's like too cute. Maybe he's a player. That might be bad to say, but that's what I assume. So I was also just trying to protect my peace because I didn't want to deal with another boy like that, because that didn't sound fun at all. Then he reached out again in August, and at this time I just started at a new school, and I was like, I want to like scope out my new school before I start talking to a guy from a different school. So I kind of like brushed him off again. I've had him on Snap. When me and my most recent ex got together, I unadded a lot of people on Snap, including him. But I low-key think he was stalking me the whole time, because tell me why, as soon as our like pictures were down, he reached out and he was like, oh, did y'all break up? Guys, just remember, he said I could talk about him. Even if he didn't, if the tea was juicy enough, I'd still tell y'all. But anyways, he's like to a T my type. And he's also like, he's really like affectionate, which honestly, I didn't realize how much I wanted that into a relationship until very recently. So I'm glad that he is like that, because I feel like a lot better in a relationship that's like that. And we've hung out a few times. We were going to hang out today, but we both had practice. He had baseball practice and I had track. So like logistically it just wasn't gonna work today. And even though tomorrow's Sunday, I'm gonna ask if he wants to come over tomorrow night or something and like do something. I don't know. Like maybe we could like watch a movie. I don't know. He really knows how to like treat me like I'm a girl and not just like one of his friends, which I think is very important, because I don't know, I just want to feel like a little like adored little princess sometimes. That might be cringe. I do not care, because that's genuinely like what I want. Like, And he's also really easy to get along with. Like, we agree on a lot and we think the same way. And so, like, the decisions that we make, like, where to go, what to do, like, are, like, they line up really well. The only problem I have is that, like, I'm talking to people to, like, date them. I'm not just talking to people just for the fun of it. Like, I'm looking for a relationship, and then when I get into a relationship, I'm dating to marry. Like, I'm not looking for another guy to just, like, screw with. I don't know. And this guy's been plotting for 7 months, so let's pray it's gonna be serious. Because I really need a tanning buddy this summer, because I'm not. Another problem I have is that he's a senior and I'm a junior, so he's going to college next month, or next year, but I'm pretty sure he's still gonna be in state. So I don't think that there's too much to worry about there. If it does turn into something more, I'm not expecting it to. I need to keep my expectations low. I need to keep my expectations down here, but subconsciously they're low-key up here. But it wouldn't screw anything up if we were, like, together and he went to college and he was still in state. But, like, low-key people go crazy in college, and I'm not trying to, I don't know how I feel about dating a college boy. Okay, anyways, I was doing my eyebrows and I completely forgot what I was just talking about. Another thing I think is, like, that I like is, like, he's making an effort to, like, he's, like, low-key, like, showing me off. And I appreciate that because it makes me, like, feel, like, less like, oh, there's probably, like, another girl. Even though we're just talking, I shouldn't be. We're just talking. You're not in a relationship right now. Anyways. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, like, he was like, oh, like, for prom, I was talking to him about, like, my transition videos because, like, those are, like, doing well. And he was like, oh, do you want me to, like, make a transition for, like, my prom? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to him. If things go the way that they're going right now, I'm probably going to his prom. But he asked me if I wanted to make a transition. And I was like, wow. Yeah, like, you, like, want to be posted? And he was like, yeah, I can't wait to post you. And I was like, because he posts on Instagram, like, a good amount. And he was like, yeah, I can't wait to post you. Like, he wants to see me. Guys, do I sound delusional? I'm really praying not. Somebody please relate to me, because I can't do this anymore. But anyways, there's, like, the backstory of said person. So I'm probably gonna be talking about him a little bit more because he did say I could. And I just wanted y'all to know, like, who I was talking about, the story, like, because we need to give him a code name. I need a code name. His code name is gonna be SZA, and you will know why one day. Once I'm locked in, I promise. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up my makeup. Okay, makeup's done. Last thing, I'm already pinned in his phone and I'm already #1 on his best friends list. So, where's the ring? Anyways, that's it. I hope you enjoyed.
Get ready with me while I explain stuff my mom's crazy ex-husband did. One time I was sleeping on the couch and I kind of woke up because he sat down on the couch and then he took my socks off for some reason. I'm not sure if he has a foot fetish, but that was a little weird. One time my mom found out that he was cheating on her. So she asked him, like, are you cheating on me? And she gaslit her into thinking that she was schizophrenic to the point that she had to admit herself into a hospital. Like, literally, he would call her schizophrenic because she asked, are you cheating on me? So he had this Switch and he would play this game, like Super Smash Bros, I think. Yeah, Super Smash Bros. And he had, like, a ranking, like, he was first place in something, in, like, a certain character, like the gorilla guy character. And so I was using his Switch, and I used the gorilla character. I didn't know how to play. I didn't know what I was doing. But basically, I lost a match, and I lost his first place, and he got so mad, he threw his Switch and smashed it on the floor and yelled at me over a game. And then he expected my mom to pay for his Switch. Sometimes I would join him and my mom's arguments, and he would call me disrespectful and then tell me that I'm not gonna make it anywhere in life for standing up for my mom. He would always make fun of the way my mom looked and, you know, made her really insecure. but my mom is a beautiful woman, so I don't really understand. I think he's just jealous. He's jealous because he's jealous of people that are better than him because he's a narcissist. So this man is not that attractive either, so I don't know where his, you just can't. My mom was pregnant with his kid, and we were moving while she was pregnant, and he made her pack the whole house while pregnant. And we were young at the time, so it's not like we can do much. Like, I was like 8. What am I packing? Toothbrushes? My mom like accidentally shoved her finger into the door, so she had to get stitches on her finger. And then he yelled at her because she couldn't build furniture with her finger that had stitches in it. Okay, that's all I can think of. Thank you for watching though.
Story time on the most pick-me girl I've ever met in my life. Let's call this pick-me girl Chelsea, okay? And I swear to you, every single time we're around a man, she would just always bring up my height. Like, wow, like, you're so tall. Like, I have to look up at you. Like, you're like a tree. And, like, listen, like, I'm 5'9", so, like, I always get, wow, you're so tall. But literally referring to me and saying that I look like this bitch is so diabolical, and it's so fucking pick me. And every single time we're around a man, she wants to bring up my height, like if that was relevant. Like, girl. And Chelsea was the type of bitch that'd be like, oh my god, like, I want a man so bad, like, I want to be in a relationship so bad, like, I want a man so bad. So when I finally got like a boyfriend, now fiance, bro, like, mind you, this was all during like after we graduated high school. So when she first met my man, please tell me why she brings up my fucking ex. It was literally so random too. Like, why the fuck are you bringing up my ex when you just met my man? I would not do that shit to my worst fucking enemy. Like, she was literally about to spill all my drama about my ex to my new fucking man. Are you psycho? Like, bitch, are you okay? And listen, I was literally gonna cut her off after this, but then like she got a man and she's like, please, like, I want to go on a double date. Like, let's go on a double date. We went out to like a nice restaurant, right? And I pulled up in a like mini skirt and a crop top, like, cause like, bitch, I'm trying to fucking slay, the fuck. Also, another side note, we're in Miami, so like bitches are really cheeked out literally fucking everywhere. So I did not think that this was wrong for me to dress like this. I'm gonna insert a photo here of what I was dressed like. Okay, so I was just slaying, right? My man doesn't care about how I dress, and that's just our relationship and our boundaries. Like, if you and your man don't feel comfortable about the way you dress and you're okay with that, then you do you know what I mean? But my man does not give a fuck, and I'm gonna continue doing me. So please tell me why. We're on that double date, we get seated, right? The first thing that this girl says is, oh wow, like, I could never dress like that and be in a relationship. I just have so much respect for my man. Like, I could just never wear that. Mind you, this bitch is in a see-through dress. Like, it's a mesh dress. What are you, what? And again, if you want to dress conservatively and you're in a relationship, like, you do you. I don't care. But what didn't make sense to me is like basically hating on me for like having my legs and my stomach out when your dress is literally see-through. So when she said that, like, I was just like, kind of feeding into it. I'm like, yeah, like, right, like, I could never wear a see-through mesh dress. Like, that's so disrespectful. She was basically like subtly shading me, like, oh, mini skirts, like, I could never wear that. And then I was like, oh, mesh dresses, I could never wear that. Honestly, I wish I could show y'all her face, because after I said that, she was like so surprised that I subtly shade her, just like she subtly shade me. If you're gonna give me that energy, bitch, I'm gonna give you that energy right fucking back. But needless to say, after that, like, honestly, the whole dinner date was just so awkward, and we're not friends anymore. But yeah, this is the finished look. I will be posting more on YouTube, so please go subscribe to my YouTube. It's gonna be linked in the bio. As always, I love you guys so much. Bye!
Get ready with me for school, except today I'm breaking up with my cheating boyfriend. I've been up since probably 5 a.m. and it's 5:50 right now, but my stomach feels like nervous, so I have not been able to go back to sleep. So just to give a little bit of background, I've known about this since yesterday at the point that he like added her back. Like, I knew about this the whole time. So at first he was just like, we're just gonna call this girl Abigail. Her name is not Abigail, but he's just like, hey Abigail, how are you? And she's just like, hey, because they used to be a thing before. So of course he's gonna want to like snap her and stuff. But he was just like, hey Abigail, how are you? And then she was like, oh my gosh, girl, like, he added me back, he's texting me, like, what do you want me to say? Like, I'm gonna help you out here. If he cheats, like, I'm gonna tell you. I was like, okay, thank you. And then he was like, I was like, just tell him that you like his hair or something, because like I know that he, like, knows that he just, because he got a buzz over the summer, and now he has his hair back. So I was like, just say that you, like his hair or something. And so she did. He was like, thank you, Abigail. I've just been growing it out. I don't even really like it that much. Now, mind you, he did tell her that he had a girlfriend. And she was like, oh, well, can we... Also, she was doing this all, like, she did not mean anything. Like, she did this all for me because she... Like, after he added her back, like, she wanted to, like, catch him with me. She was just like, oh, well, then can we, like, just stay friends and, like, snap as friends? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. But if you get on my best friends list, I'm going to have to unadd you, but I'll add you back later. And it just went completely downhill from there. He, like, asked her to FaceTime, and that's where I finally was like, oh, my God, he's going to cheat on me. Then he sent her a picture of his legs and was like, you like, ? And then he started asking her for, like, pictures, like, example, let me see it. And I have a feeling, a small feeling, he's going to try to tell me that this was not cheating. Also, I just want to throw that in there. Anyways, I then gave her, like, full permission. I was like, girl, just do whatever you want because... At this point, it's gone too far, and so you might as well just keep it going. So then it did, as a matter of fact, keep going. He sent her his abs pictures, and that's where I really lost it and started having a full-on mental breakdown. Then, she had to go to practice, so she was like, I gotta go, and he was like, all right, hurry, I want to see you. Then later, she got back, and he hung up on me and was like, I was upset. I was crying, but I just told him I had had a bad day. But no, it was because I knew about him cheating on me. But he was like, all right, I'll just leave you alone. If you want to be alone, that's okay. You can just spend this night alone. Like, okay. Yeah, then whenever they were on FaceTime, I did get a screen recording of it. He's like laughing, and he's just like... and, like, has his shirt off, and, of course, he has, like, muscles, so, like, his arms up just to, like, show his, like, muscles, and this whole time, I'm, like, losing it. I'm, like, freaking out. I'm, like, I cannot believe that he would do this. Like, this is so messed up. Then he started telling her, sorry, I'm looking for my Aquaphor, but then he started telling her that what they had over the summer, which was just snapping back and forth, was the favorite thing that he's ever had. Then he starts making a second Snap account, and she tells me about it, but he made a second Snap account so that I wouldn't see it. Now here's, like, the end of it, but he was like, Abigail, you're so hot, like, we really need to hang out. I just want to make you feel good. I'm just, like, really turned on right now. And then he unadded her, so I'm guessing he's just gonna unadd her for the night, and then probably, or for the day, and then probably just add her back at night so I won't see it. But little does he know, he won't have to do that because I'm gonna break up with him. But I may not seem affected now, but honestly, I really loved this man, and I'm really sad that this is happening because I honestly did not want to break up. I even considered not breaking up even after I found out that he cheated me, but I would just never be able to trust him again. So, ladies and gents, this is your sign to not cheat. Don't cheat on your significant other because I'm just saying people find out everything, and I'm glad that this happened because I'm guessing he's doing this with about 5 other girls right now. I have a plan for how I'm going to break up with him, and that includes taking a video, so let me know if you want to see that. I'll probably post it on my spam for sure, but I don't know about on this account, but if you're still watching, you're a real one, and I'm going to post an update tomorrow. Get ready with me, guys, while I tell you about how I found out my best friend was talking to my brother. Me and this girl have been friends since junior year, like the starting of junior year, and we got close so fast. So one day, me and my boyfriend were low-key going through it, and I went downstairs because I blocked my boyfriend on everything, and I went downstairs to my brother's room to go call him on my brother's phone. And me and my boyfriend were in the middle of arguing, and my brother's phone kept going off. And so I'm telling you, me and my boyfriend were going at it for hours. like literally hours. So my brother was knocked out. It was like 3 a.m. at night. It was crazy. Before I say how I found out, I just want to let you guys know that this girl has been hiding so many things from me. Like, there was so many things I would find out. Her talking to all these like different guys after she just got out of a relationship with this one guy. And I was like, you're my best friend. Like, you're supposed to tell me everything. So like I asked her, I was like, is there a reason why you're not like telling me like that you're talking to these guys? Like, I'm not gonna get mad with you. Like, I just want to know why you're not telling me. And she was like, I don't know, I just feel like you're gonna get mad at me. And I was like, why would I get mad at you? Like, obviously I'm not gonna tell you what you're doing is good, but I'm not gonna get mad at you. So that goes by, she apologizes and she tells me that she's sorry and that it's not gonna happen again. So I guess I let it slide. Back to my brother's phone being spammed. I'm like, who the keeps spamming him? So I wake up my brother and I'm like, hey, like, what's your phone password? And he's like low-key sleepy drunk, so he's like telling me what it is. And I open it and I don't know why. I don't know why, but I just had the sudden urge to go through my brother's phone, and me and my boyfriend are still going at it, by the way. The first thing I see on my brother's freaking camera roll is a FaceTime picture of my best friend's face. I wanted to keep investigating more and more. Guys, my actual reaction, I was literally like looking at it. I was like, what the heck? Why does my brother have a picture of my best friend? And why is it a FaceTime picture? So after that, I found that. I go to his messages because that's where he was being spammed. I'm pretty sure you guys already know who it was that I found at the top of his messages. I'm sorry to have to do this, but go to part 2. So the first person I see is literally my whole best friend's government name at the top of his messages. At this point, I don't even care what my boyfriend has to say. I just hang up on him and I'm just investigating, looking at my brother's Instagram, and I'm specifically just looking at their chats. At this point, I already know that they're talking. At first, I really didn't want to believe it, so I was like, you know what if they're just friends texting, like, you know, and FaceTiming, like, that's normal. But honestly, there were specific messages where it was just so obvious that they were literally talking. The messages were literally my brother telling her that she's beautiful, and then her telling my brother that she wanted a hug, but was too nervous. Come on now, you can't tell me that they were not talking. I was so furious with my brother because that was not the only girl that he talked to that was my friend. I honestly didn't say anything about it. Since me and my boyfriend were going at it, I had to go back upstairs, unlock him, and talk it out with him, honestly. Fast forward. My brother had found out that I found out. So I thought, what other better time than to confront her now? So I sent her a text message. So I don't want to talk to her, I don't want to know nothing about her, and I let her know and I respectfully tell her that she's been moving weird for a while now. And she's sending me like 1,000 paragraphs and I'm telling her, you know what, it's fine. Like, I don't even care anymore. So I'm over it. We're going to school and she's telling people that I'm calling her a hoe and that I'm so rude and all these weird ass rumors. And she stays spamming my phone with 1,000 paragraphs, just continuously making it a whole big deal after I literally told her that it was fine and that I'm over it and I don't care and I'm not telling anybody about this. She was so like caught up in the moment and she knew what she was doing was wrong that she felt the need to clarify herself to these people that I didn't even know, and she assumed that I was telling them what was happening. I don't even know, bro. I remember talking to her about it in person and things were better until I invited her to my house this one time and everything just went downhill, so I decided to cut her off completely from my life. She's literally blocked on everything. Want nothing to do with her. She is absolutely weird and I'm so glad that God gave me that sign because it's 2025 and I don't need to be messing around with that stuff. This is the finished look and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more story times, let me know and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram.
This is a PSA for all the girlies out there and the men, I guess, but whatever. The scammers are getting more and more creative. You guys just need to listen to this story that happened to me 10 minutes ago, maybe. I live in New York City and I was just in my hometown for a week. I literally didn't post anything. I was feeling very zen, very peaceful. And the second that I got home, I got a knock on my door immediately. So I was like, this is really, like, did I forget something in the car? What's going on? But again, I'm a teenage girl who lives in New York City. I am always on edge, like 24/7. I go to check out for something and they tell me my price and I think they're gonna scam me with my credit card. Like, I am always on edge living here. It comes with the territory. Obviously, I open the peephole and I look through and I see it's this man, and we're waiting for a couple things to be fixed in our apartment because it's just falling apart. I literally live in a shoebox and things are falling apart. That's New York for you. So immediately I think it's someone with maintenance. So I open the door and I'm like, hi. And then I look at him and he's wearing a Spectrum outfit. Like, I'm talking, this is a key factor, by the way. He's wearing a Spectrum hat, a Spectrum shirt, and a necklace that says Spectrum. Like, I can't make this up. Granted, I use Spectrum for my Wi-Fi in this apartment, so I'm like, makes sense. Nothing to worry about. Obviously makes sense. Something's wrong with the Wi-Fi. Oh, there's makeup in my face. Let me just... So I open the door and he goes, congrats, you just won something. Something, I don't know, immediately should have been my first red flag because what the fuck? And he tells me for being such a loyal member of Spectrum that I get a free phone number for like 3 years. Something about a free phone number. So I was like, I have a phone number, but thank you. Like, what? But he tells me, you already won it, so all I need is if you want to mail it to yourself or if you want me to do it right in front of you. And I was like, what? Okay. Can you mail a phone number? Like, what? I was like, what do you want to mail? And I was thinking, you're already at my apartment, you have my address, so just mail it. I thought this was a done deal. Like, have a nice day, mail it to my front door, and I probably will do nothing with this, whatever. And he goes, great, all I need is your social security number. There's not a lot of things moving up here, but I know that doesn't sound right. Like, for a phone number, I don't think you need my social security number. Again, like, hate to pull, I'm just a girl card, but like, there's not a lot going on up here, and I know that just doesn't make sense for some reason. And I'm like, something isn't right, whatever. So he hands me his phone to type in my social security number, opens up to the Notes app, not in like a Spectrum app, like it's literally in his Notes app. I'm like, this is where I write my deepest, darkest thoughts, and you want my social security number. And then I think at this point, he sees my face literally turn white. Like, I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm like, is he gonna kill me? I'm not really sure. Guys, I can't make this up. He literally says the worst thing imaginable. He looks himself up and down. He goes, I clearly work at Spectrum. Yeah, because that was exactly what I needed to hear right now. Like, that was his only part to his case. Like, I clearly work at Spectrum. Like, the matching hat, the top. Like, you probably went to Hobby Lobby and bought this matching. Like, this is a Halloween costume, sir. I need a break. Before anyone jumps to conclusions, I obviously did not give him my social security number. And he says to me, I could talk to my boss really quickly if you don't mind. Like, let me just step out for a second. And I was like, I didn't know where this was escalating to. So I was like, okay, sure. What does a girl do besides call her mom? So I called my mom and I was like, this isn't normal, right? Like, this shouldn't be happening. She was like, that should never happen. Gianna, no. Okay. While he's gone, I decide to actually call Spectrum. Like, the actual phone number, I look it up, call them. And a big shout out to my girl, Ivy, because you saved my life, girlfriend. So she picks up the phone. Ivy from Spectrum, what's going on? That's not how she answered the phone. She was like, hi, do you have billing issues? And I was like, Ivy, listen, someone just came to my door and I need to know if this is normal. What's going on, girlfriend? The first thing she says, after she literally audibly laughed into the phone, did you give them your social security number? Ivy, I am not that stupid. And she was like, yeah, Spectrum doesn't go door to door, first of all. And then she said, oh, maybe it's like third party. A lot of people carry Spectrum products third party. And I was like, no, he actually was wearing a Spectrum hat, a Spectrum shirt. Like, he was not third party. And she was like, yeah, no. I was like, girl, I don't know what to do. Nonetheless, while I'm on the phone with Miss Ivy, he comes back, knocks on the door. I am freaking out. I'm like, Ivy, what do I do? I answer the door, literally like just my head sticking out of the door. The deadbolt is on. I'm like, hey, King, nice to see you again. He was like, I just talked to my boss. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your social security number, all I need is your Apple ID and password. All right, now I'm screwed. I'm literally like, I clearly am in the middle of a scam. So I tell him the worst thing you could ever tell to a different carrier. And I was like, yeah, well, actually my phone subscription is with Verizon, not Spectrum. So he honestly got pissed. Like, for a second, I actually did believe he worked at Spectrum because he got mad. The only reason he would leave is if I gave him my phone number. So I gave him a random phone number, said au revoir, bye-bye. Long story short, and I guess moral of the story, this all could have been avoided if you don't open your door for strangers. But the scam might be coming towards a town near you. So be careful, be safe, and do not give out your social security number to anyone, probably.